Eclairs are one of my favorite desserts to eat, and I decided that I would challenge myself today to make these delicious treats. Firstly, get a pan and fill it with 1 cup of water. Add half a cup of butter to it. Add to it 1 tablespoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then put your pan on a low flame. Keep mixing until the butter melts. Just when it reaches the boiling state, move it away from the stove and add 1 cup of flour to the mixture. It's better to use a sieve or a flour sifter to do this. After you've added the flour, keep mixing. It might look a little bit weird, but the key is to mix it quickly until it forms a dough. Now put your pan again on a medium flame and just keep moving it around and mixing it more. You will know when to stop when there is a white layer of the dough at the bottom of the pan. Move the pan away from the stove and keep it to rest for 2 to 3 minutes only. Whilst it's warm, add 3 eggs, 1 at a time. Don't add the second egg until it has all mixed together. I was not using the stand mixer, but it would be really good if you could use it. My dough looked a little bit weird, but don't give up, I'm sure it will be better. Our dough is finally finished. Time to put it in a piping bag. My piping bag was actually teared up, and this was my first time making eclairs, so I did not know how exactly was I supposed to do it. I did quite well on the dough part, but for the piping I need to learn a whole lot. So I will show you my failed attempt first and my second not bad one. So this was my first tray. Firstly, the sizes of each one was way too small for a good eclair. Secondly, I added custard sugar instead of egg wash, which will make them burn. I didn't think at the time. I put them in the oven, but I still had more dough left to make more. This is how they looked when I took them out. Please don't follow my mistakes and use my second try. For my second attempt, I was still using the same dough as before and the same broken piping bag, but I made each one slightly bigger. This was still not perfect. I would advise you to make yours even bigger than mine. This time, I did apply egg wash. But again, I was still attempted to add custard sugar. Skip that step and don't do it. Then pop them in the oven for 35 minutes on 180 degrees Celsius. This is how they look like when they were out, a little dodgy and too small, but definitely better than my first attempt. Now it's time to do the yummy filling. Pour 2 cups of milk in a pan. Now add 2 tablespoons of custard powder and keep mixing it on a medium flame. You should have pre-made the filling from another day so that it would have been cold in the fridge. When your eclairs are completely cool, you can work on the filling. To fill the eclairs, I made a hole at the side of each and filled them with the custard filling. This is the end result. They tasted amazing, but they needed to be slightly bigger. I shared my 2 attempts to show you that it's not easy to bake things from the first time. The perfect eclairs you see on the internet are not easy to make. I also wanted to show you that anyone can make them. Don't follow my mistakes. Make your piping tip bigger. Apply egg wash at the end. And don't coat with custard sugar. Lastly, remember that we learn from our mistakes and failures, and that is the only way we can truly grow.